to the person that asked this question, I'm sorry, but it wasn't very clear. So just to kind of rephrase it as we understood it, as we received it today. So one person, there are two business partners. One person is Canadian tax resident, presumably in Quebec. And the other business partner is located outside of Canada. Doesn't matter where, someone outside Canada. And they own a Panamanian company, 50-50. Now, whatever goods or service that this Panamanian company provides or sells or does, the revenue is received into the US, into US bank account. And so the question that we receive is obviously from the Canadian tax resident. They're asking, hey, how is this money going to be taxed? Is this self-employment income? And well, we had a bit of discussion about it. Rosalind, do you want to summarize your perspective, given the limited information?
Yeah, we don't really have enough information, but one of the things we wondered is what business are they in, but we don't know. But the issue here, there's a basic issue here, and we don't know if the Canadian tax resident is, even though he only has 50% of the corporation, is he managing the corporation? Is the heart and mind in Canada? We don't know. If the heart and mind is Canada, then this Panamanian corporation will be taxed as a non-resident Canadian corporation. So that would be something we don't know. Now, as far as the Canadian, it's not self-employed earnings, because assuming that even if the heart and mind is 50-50, that may even be enough. I don't know if it has to even be 51%. I would have to look up case law on that, because the government would try and make it taxable here. But the question of what he does with his income, assuming he's only a shareholder and there's no heart and mind issue, then the only income he can get is dividends, or he can't get salary, or he would be helping to manage it. So, and one thing we were told, just as an aside, is that if a company has employees in Canada, but they're not heart and mind, they're not running the company, you have to set them up with a payroll. There's a payroll service you use. You don't pay them out of the company, or you run into being brought into this whole thing. There's payroll services set up. All they do is pay Canadian employees on behalf of other companies. So let's say this guy is not heart and mind, but he's just a cog in the wheel, and he's not really he's an investor, but he's not really running the company. Then if he needs to get salary out of this company, then he should be set up with a service that does the payroll and handles it and issues his T4 and everything. He would still get a T4. If he is just an investor, then he gets dividends. Well, it comes in as a dividend, and he's taxed as a dividend, and he won't get any. There's no tax. There's no dividend tax credit. He's just taxed on that dividend in Canada at full pot, whatever that dividend is. He doesn't have self-employed earnings, because you can't have self-employed earnings of a company. I mean, I guess you could invoice them. If let's say he has, he's doing a service for them, but it's not heart and mind, as opposed to having payroll, he could invoice them and then put that through self-employed. He would have to watch the HST, because if he goes over 30,000 and the work is done in Canada, then he would have to charge the company HST, and they wouldn't be able to get it back. So we don't have enough information to really answer them. This would be the type of thing we would need to know the specifics. There's a lot of considerations here that have to be worked out for these guys to make sure that they're compliant in all the jurisdictions. And of course, there's the matter of the U.S. as well. I don't know where, that's your area. I don't know too much about the U.S., although I'm learning. So I don't think we could say any more about that.
Please subscribe, like, share, and comment below. Our books and upcoming event are available at htj.tax. Email us at help@htj.tax to engage us, to advise on international tax or business matters.